Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you again. Today is a very exciting day because it is the release day for my debut novel, The Alpha Drive. This little guy right here. That means you can go to Amazon right now and purchase it in paperback or ebook. I'll make sure to put the links down below for you guys. And in honor of release day, I thought that I would do a video about the top 5 questions that I've gotten regarding the Alpha Drive. So here goes. Alright, the first question we have is, what is the Alpha Drive about? Well, the synopsis is available on my website at KristenMartinBooks.com, but if you haven't read it, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a synopsis, I guess. So the Alpha Drive takes place in the year 2054, where science and technology have been halted by the government for reasons unknown to the general public. The story follows 16-year-old introvert Emery Parker, who is transferring to a boarding school on the outskirts of Arizona. When she arrives, she's taken to a discreet location where she discovers that half of the world has been rendered comatose and are currently living in an alternate reality. These people are called dormants, and she is actually one of them. She is living in that alternate reality. So she is invited to participate in an initiative called the Alpha Drive, but things aren't exactly as they seem. I don't want to give anything away, so I guess this is spoiler free because that's really the premise of the book, and it's on the back flap of the book. So things aren't as they seem. She's reached out to by someone from the other side, and so she pretty much has to make a decision to which side to fight for. So that's the Alpha Drive in a nutshell. The second question is, where did you get the idea for the Alpha Drive and how long did it take you to write it? Oh dear, here we go with the timeline for this book. This novel originally started off as a contemporary new adult book that was loosely based on my experiences when I was a freshman in college. So I wrote it. When I read it back, it was pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. There wasn't really a plot, there wasn't anything really. So it took me about 2 years to write the first draft, the contemporary new adult type novel. And then I took a year break from it because I was just feeling unmotivated and I didn't really have any other ideas coming to me. So at the end of that year break, I was straightening my hair one day, again doing the most mundane thing, and my brain was just flooded with all of these ideas, and I suddenly realized that I wanted to turn this novel into a young adult science fiction sort of dystopian novel. This was also the time when The Hunger Games and Divergent and those novels were starting to get really big, and I had read them, and it just kind of, I think after reading those and thinking more and more about my novel, something in my brain just clicked and I realized what I wanted to do with it. So then rewriting it took about another 2 years, so the total span for this novel is 5 years, but really the draft that it is now took 2 years to write. So it's been a crazy journey, but I am so happy that I had this epiphany, and it took me a little while. I was also building my career after college, so I think that kind of had something to do with it. But for the past 2 years, I really focused on my writing, and I finished that new draft, and that first draft was crap too. So, I mean, when you write your first draft, it's never going to be what the finished thing should be. You go through a lot of edits, a lot of revisions, but that's the great part about writing, is that you write it and you have fun writing it, and then you can always go back and fix it. It is never permanent. The third question is, are any of the characters based off of real people that you know? Well, I guess this kind of ties into the second question, seeing as the novel was originally a contemporary new adult novel and was based loosely on my experiences as a college freshman, yes, there are a lot of characters in the Alpha Drive that do resemble people that I know, but when I rewrote it to become a young adult sci-fi, I changed things up. I added new characters, I added different quirks, so I think the characters in the Alpha Drive resemble different aspects of different people that I know. I wouldn't say that any character is particularly one person. They're all just a mix of people that I've met throughout my life. The fourth question is the Alpha Drive a standalone novel or is it a series? I think that I've mentioned this probably in every video that I've posted, but that's okay. It can be read as a standalone novel. However, when you read chapter 40, which is the very last chapter, I think you'll realize that it's really not a standalone novel, because you think everything's resolved, and then of course there's that last chapter to throw in the lovely cliffhanger that we all know and love. So it is a series. It's actually a trilogy. There are going to be 3 books. I guess that pretty much answers that question. Number 5, what has been your favorite part of the whole process for the book from inception to publication, and why? That's a really good question, actually. So my favorite part about the whole process is actually writing the manuscript. And I know that might sound like, duh, you're a writer, of course it's your favorite part, but that's not necessarily true. Some writers really like to edit and revise. They really like that stage. Some writers really like the brainstorming, the plotting, or maybe even the outline phase. And some people just like writing, and you would think the pantsers would just love the writing part, but I am a plotter and I actually hate outlining. I do it because I need to do it, but I don't like doing it because I feel like that's where all your ideas have to come into your head and you have to write them all down and organize them. And while I think I'm pretty good at it, I don't necessarily enjoy it. My favorite part of the whole process is actually writing the words for my manuscript. So yeah, marketing's just, marketing the book is kind of like, and then doing the whole formatting, don't even get me started on the formatting and dealing with these external third parties to get it formatted and all pretty and ready for publication. It's a major pain in the ass. Excuse my language. The actual writing of the book is my favorite part because that's really where I just get to let loose and block out the entire world. If I had a really terrible day, I just sit down, I start writing my book, I immerse myself in the world that I created, and it makes things just a little bit better. So I hope I answered your questions. If you have any more questions for me, feel free to leave them down below, or you can tweet me at author Kristen M with no spaces. That has changed. The original spaces in my social media accounts have gone away. So my Twitter is, I'll put it here somewhere, author Kristen M, and my Instagram is author Kristen Martin, again with no underscores, no spaces. So if you have any questions, you can tweet me or send me a message or email me, whatever you want to do, leave a comment down below. So don't forget that the Alpha Drive is available right now for purchase on Amazon in both paperback and ebook, so I will link that down below for you guys. I would love for you to check it out. Also, today is the last day that Goodreads is hosting the giveaway for one first edition autographed copy of the Alpha Drive. I am so humbled by how many people have entered that giveaway on Goodreads and how many people, want to win an autographed copy. It just makes me feel really good inside. It's a really neat feeling to see all of these people requesting a copy of your book. So that's just really exciting. I just feel very humbled and honored and blessed to have this opportunity. So also I wanted to mention that the ebook version is a Kindle version of the book, but do not fret if you don't have a Kindle because you actually don't need one. If you have an iPhone or smartphone or Android, tablet, iPad, whatever, so many different things out there, you can read a Kindle book as long as you have the Kindle app, which you can download for free off the App Store or Google Play Store or whatever other stores are out there. So no worries if you want to read it as an ebook and you don't have a Kindle, you can just download the app. I'd also love to hear what you guys think of the Alpha Drive, so send me your comments. If you're on Goodreads, feel free to friend me. We'll be friends on Goodreads. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Tuesday. I will see you guys next time. Bye!